you say, pussy?
Stop.
Ah!
Hey! Tyler!
Leave him alone.
Who are you?
I'm Scotty.
I'm Alex.
Listen, nobody is gonna find out. And you know what? They won't hurt you again. No one will hurt you again.
We're gonna get in trouble.
No, we're not.
She needs to see a professional.
And she will, when she's ready.
You know, we've only been together once since you've been home. I keep seeing him. I can't live like this anymore, Abby.
Sam, oh my God, I missed
I
you.
missed you too. I was just getting ready for bed.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
I can hear you through the door.
We both fucked up, and if you're willing to let things go, I'm willing to let things go. Do you want to go away with me for the weekend?
I'm looking for a place that's supposed to be around here. It's called Rectory House. It's a B&B.
You make a right out of here, and the first road you come to, make a left.
Surprise!
Leave her alone!
Bam!
What do you want?
That's not what I want to hear.
I want you to fucking do it. Come on, Sam! Welcome to your B&B, Abby. Blood and bondage all fucking night.
Bear with me, people. It is colder than shit. We are at the Cedar Lee. Yeah, not the Atlas. The Cedar Lee. You guys remember this place? I came here for Rebirth 2 years ago. Let's look at the posters. What are they showing? Fablemans. Yeah, that was really good. That's an ad. Oh, this movie is fantastic. The Banshees of Inisherin. There's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, really good. The Menu, that's really good. I heard this is not very good. This is Salvatore Shoemaker of Dreams. Then you got what they're showing. Let's head on in. You guys remember this place? White Noise. That's not right here, though. We've been talking this 3.5 hour movie. This is where we're gonna be at. Theater 2. Theater number 2. They do have. Oh, I guess they do midnight screenings for Rocky Horror Picture Show here. That's really cool. I'm not a big fan of this movie, but look at this. They got a pamphlet there from Halloween of 2000. Look at this. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this movie. But it is what it is. I want to show you this, guys. This is a poster for the story of Vernon and Irene Castle. Look at this. This has been in operation for nearly 100 years. Wow. This is amazing. That's an interesting piece of film history right there.
You say you was gonna give me a coat.
Huh?
I said, you say you was gonna give me a coat.
Don't expose me on video after 2 minutes ago. You said it was fine without a coat.
That's fair. He's right.
In theater, we're in theater 2. Okay. We'll get on in the next 10 minutes. Okay.
Hey.
Do you want one of them back?
I didn't know if he was gonna like it.
I'm here.
Good, how are you? Good. She goes, I like that thing. She goes, it's like a theme. And I was like,
Wait, you lifted the arms?
he knows what it is. You know what a thneed is from the Lorax?
Oh, God.
Everybody needs a thneed. That's what this looks like.
I hate that movie.
But this looks like a thneed. Oh, there it is. They couldn't find it before. There it is. I have to run the file.
Me and George are gonna take pictures with that thing.
Oh, you better.
Shit, bro. Oh no. It's actually attached to the. No, it's not. It's not actually. I thought that was attached to the door.
Came in town. Good, how are you? Nice to see you. You're always dressed up. You always look good.
Thank you. You look really nice, by the way. I love that jacket.
Thank you.
That looks really, really good. Right?
Right?
Doesn't match that style.
It's a photo.
It's a photo. It's not a photo.
No toilet paper. I'm just sitting there like this, waiting for someone to come in.
You guys gotta get a photo. You guys all together want to be. Oh, you're right. Where you guys Half photo, dude. Get in there.
Can we switch sides?
Yeah.
Thank you. Or boy, that works too.
There you go.
What are we doing? The five of us?
This is my better side.
That's fine. Whatever.
I don't know. Chris, why aren't you in here? Why aren't you in here?
You're a headliner. To us, you are.
That's you guys. There you go. That's awesome.
Thank you, Dave. Congratulations. We've been looking forward to this.
Tell us what you think.
You're welcome. I'm so excited.
Oops. Bet you're left. You good?
I'm okay.
I thought you were gonna come Josh. I'm not here.
Mama, where are you going? Like right in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Come down this way. You have tons of spots right here. Josh, George, get Robbie. Where's Robbie?
You taking pictures?
I know. She needs to come because it's gonna start.
He's like, God damn it, I sat down here so no one would get in my way.
When this loudmouth comes, and here we are.
Freaking wrong.
Yeah. You gotta be better. Rod. Rum?
This is the moment you've been waiting for, sir. Do you have any words?
Never give up. Never surrender.
I really don't like you. Hey, we're still gonna play Rock Band though, right?
Of course. Is that even a question?
James.
What are we doing? What are we talking about here? What?
Get up there.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, you got caught with your wiener in the popcorn.
Hi, everybody. So the trailers and everything are going to start to roll at about 7:05. We just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for coming. This project, I don't know if you guys know, it's been about 5 years in the making. We're super excited to show it to you guys. We have so much Cleveland talent in this film. We just want to thank Cedar Lee for having us. All of you guys for being here. Thank you so much for supporting us. Everybody who is in the film, thank you guys so much for giving us your time and your talents. We really hope you like this movie. It's a romantic comedy. Real feel-good stuff. You're gonna leave feeling really happy. We're gonna do a short Q&A after. With all of us, so at the end of the movie, that's when we'll tell everybody who we are, what our roles were, and everything like that. You'll have the opportunity to ask us questions, and then we're going to go back to Boss Dog Brewery after this, so you guys can, everyone can mingle, get to know one another. I think that's it. Does anyone else have anything?
Enjoy it. It's fucked up.
Have some fun.
Have some fun.
All right.
All right.
1 minute.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Girl, how you been? How are you? Amazing.
I think it's done. I don't know if the lights are gonna come on.
Spooky.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in the dark. I have the loudest mouth, so I'm just gonna orchestrate. We're gonna go down the line. Everyone's gonna say their role in either in front of the camera, behind the camera, and then we'll open it up to you guys if you have any questions. My name's Kinsley Finari. I was a co-director of the film, and I played Sam. And if any ladies need a date tonight, I'm available.
I'm Robbie Barnes. I was Abby, and I'm the other co-director.
And the writer.
And I wrote it.
I'm Josh. I was Alex, and I did some of the music for it.
George Tootie. I played Scotty. Yeah.
James Heyman, editing, VFX, and shooting.
Ron George, I was effects, and I was Abby's vision.
My name's Chris Karakides. I was the executive producer on the film.
I'm Ron Motok. I play Nick, and I did some sound for crew.
All right.
John Rokas is in the crowd somewhere. He was our other composer.
Where's John?
In the middle.
John's right there.
Yeah, John!
Oh yes, is
John Templeman here?
Is John Templeman still here? That was our original song, "Fun." By yeah. We have some other people in the crowd too. We have other actors who are part of our cast. My Aunt Patty is here, who let us use her house. My mother is here, who let us use her house.
My brother. We were
Oh, Chip's here.
Yeah, Chip!
Hey. Yes, all of our wonderful locations.
Curtis. See you.
Nice pinball machine.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
I don't want to go home with you.
Someone's got to go home.
Right there?
Yes. Barnhart.
Okay,
Jake.
yeah, so when it comes to the end and like showing the father again, was that just catharsis for that character, knowing that he was already gone, or why did you do that? Because as the audience, we were all so pumped that he was back, and then we all feel like collectively went, aw, when he was gone again. So it was really good. I want to know the decision behind that.
Yeah, she just sees shit, so that's kind of what we
Okay.
went along with. Yeah, this was like kind of a part of her way of not being alone anymore.
How long did it take to do the makeup for each one of those scenes? How long did it take for what?
The makeup.
To do the makeup for each one of those scenes.
Well,
I mean, it depends on what
depends on the scene.
Yeah.
Are you referring to the head explosion scene, or?
For the rest of us, it felt like 12 hours for setup.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think my head took at least 4 hours.
Yeah, you got blood all in your eye, and you were like, I can't do this anymore.
Josh, we
Yeah,
had to dig holes in the ground for his legs to go into, so that took a long time.
It was like
Because
30
it was
degrees
like
out,
20
so it was
degrees.
like, yeah, it
The
was,
ground was hard.
yeah, it was really, really cold.
We had like people from
You had a
crew-
team, yeah,
we
that
had
was
people
digging
from crew
holes.
taking
Yeah,
turns
Curtis
digging.
was out there.
Aunt Patty, is that tree okay?
So for the fight scenes, did you have somebody helping you to choreograph that, or did you just kind of figure it out on your own?
That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of kept it simple and basic. We didn't want to get too crazy with stuff. We didn't want anybody actually getting accidentally hit. Some of the stuff was actually really well timed. For example, when Scotty and Abby have their fight scene, Robbie was definitely instructed to duck because George was really swinging at her. Otherwise, we couldn't really get a close shot like that. So, yeah, there was a little bit more realism in there sometimes than we had hoped. Kinsley actually got a concussion on the set of the film in the scene where Abby and Sam are getting tortured.
When
The
I had
girls
to cut her out.
Yeah, the girls endured some stuff I've never seen before. I mean, you know, from athletics to anything. This was actually my first opportunity to be on a film set with this talented crew and just observe. And I mean, Robbie almost got hypothermia. Kinsley cracked her head on the concrete. Josh was buried in 20-degree weather. George did, I think, a 16-hour shoot day from like 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. All just unreal. I mean, so what these guys went through seriously was unreal. So round of applause around
That waterboarding scene was like super cold out, and you were like, oh, I could do it.
Oh, by the way, that was actually real.
Yeah.
We actually
Yeah.
really Robbie wanted it
Waterboarded Robbie.
authentic, so she actually got mildly waterboarded for real.
I think at the
So-
end, the end, you're like, turn your head sideways.
Yeah, for that, so
Yeah.
realistically, obviously I've never been waterboarded and I wanted to play it authentically. So I said do it for a second so I know how to respond. And it was fucking awful. Don't recommend it.
Yeah.
I
She
had
regretted
him
that.
I had him next to me, you know, playing the characters, and we tried to work out some sort of like a safety, but there
you
is
had
no
my hand.
safety when you're getting waterboarded. You just
Yeah.
start flailing. But we had to finagle it to shoot the rest of it, where he put his hand underneath and had it over my mouth so that the sheet wasn't getting sucked in while we were doing that.
I did feel like I was going to go to prison after that. She dies.
There was a lot of trust going on for that scene.
Yep.
But wait, to add to that, I don't even know if I should tell a story because
Oh yeah, Robbie.
when I smacked Robbie, she told me to smack her for real. I was very apprehensive about it, but what a director, okay? So, but I kicked the chair and she wasn't expecting it. She looked at the chair and I went, boom, and I knocked her out.
Yeah, Robbie actually took a real. That slap and that sound is not sound effect. That's real. Like she really got hit.
See how you really are.
Yeah, my question is for George Tootie. This kind of follows up on your remarks there. After playing so many nice guy roles and generally known to be the nicest guy in Cleveland film, how did you prepare for such a horrible human being?
Well, do you remember me and you got together that one night before we started shooting and got like really hammered and just talked about being like, let's just swing for the fences.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I just went really dark. Like I did watch a couple movies, like Christian Bale, American Psycho, and Joker, Heath Ledger. I did prepare a little bit, but pretty much it was just me going as dark as I possibly could and just not caring what the fuck excuse me, father and mom, but what the heck is going on?
I think we're beyond that, George.
So, yeah. Yeah,
Right,
that's
thanks
true.
after that movie.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yeah, I was pointing at you. Yep.
Yeah, great. Guy who did VFX, what was the hardest one?
Probably Megan's head, but it worked.
Yeah, it was like half practical, half practical, and half.
He did a lot of weird stuff that you guys can't even like realize. Like there's the scene in the hotel room where the camera is approaching a mirror, and he literally just removed himself from the mirror to get that shot. So like when me and Robbie are fighting, I'm such a pussy that I couldn't do it. So he had to extend my arms in like VFX to make contact with Robbie's face. So like he did so much that like you don't even realize is there, but like it's there. James is the hero.
I had to erase a Mountain Dew bottle.
Yeah.
In the ripping scene.
I got that out of there. Yeah, I don't know. That was, but when Kinsley shoots Megan's head off, that was the crazy, challenging one for this movie.
Yeah.
That we came up with.
Somebody mentioned the cat before. That was literally an accident. It just kind of.
It was a stray cat that came on set.
It was like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
How much you knew about that?
It just sort of walked up the porch and just sat there.
Yes.
So in your practical effects, about how much splatter blood did you guys actually use by gallons? I mean,
How much
one? Which scene?
like overall
The
throughout
whole
the
movie.
course of production. All the takes and
Put
all
it in
that. How many
gallons.
We probably did like 3
practical
gallons.
blood
Yeah.
do you think you went through?
3 gallons?
About 3 gallons or so.
3 million gallons.
How many?
About 3 gallons.
Thank you, Bailey.
Sorry.
Stains are still there.
400 ounces of blood.
Actually, we used 2 gallons alone just for Josh's leg. Yeah.
That's only
So
4
yeah, we're probably
gallons.
I don't know because it was
I think
supposed to be
there's
short,
different
and then we made it
types
into
of
a
blood,
feature.
right?
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say because we did it such spread out time.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing to me is all that's the torture stuff, that whole scene in that garage area, every minute of that is practical. There's no digital effects in that whole thing. All of that is practical.
All practical.
It's awesome.
But you can't tell where it's mixed in either. It looks great.
Sure, yeah.
Well, there was nothing to mix in there
Yeah.
in the garage.
Yes, Mom.
Josh,
Yeah.
do you have more PTSD from the tree scene or your mother?
I knew that was coming.
So,
Careful with
Simone.
that answer.
Simone is here.
Simone is here. She's the one that played my mom. She's right there in that corner.
Yes, Simone.
Yeah, Simone's amazing.
So you guys watch that. Going there is a really tough thing. That's very disturbing. It's really foreign for anyone that's not fucked up. That's like a weird thing to kind of tackle, like sexual abuse with your mother, and as an adult, which is basically what we did. But Simone is the one that made it easy because she is such a genuine soul of a person that she had conversations with me before we shot that scene, so it wasn't uncomfortable, but it's never comfortable. Does that make sense? You got to go in there knowing that you're going to have something uncomfortable going on, but once you can get past that and you know that the person that you're having the scene with you can trust, then you're good. And that's basically, if it wasn't Simone and it was someone that like was method and they didn't talk to you and they just went in the scene, I don't think it would have been comfortable for me. And I probably would have had more PTSD from that. So the answer is dick ripping, more PTSD.
I'll add on to that too, like what he just said about the comfortability. Like this entire cast is really, really cool with each other, and of all the crazy fucked up shit that you guys watched, like we 100% had to trust each other on that set, and we did. So it made it, I guess, easier to do some of the things that are rougher to watch.
Some of the stuff you were like, hey, can we do this? And I'm like, yeah, but we could also do this, this, and this. They're like, oh, okay.
Right.
Anyone that's worked with Ron George, she will say that always, 100% of the time. We could do that, but we could make it really fucked up if we did this, this, and this, and this also.
Yeah, just do it.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so just out of all of the scenarios and crazy lines and things like that you wrote in the movie. The one that really stuck with me is when Kinsley's character is basically bleeding out and calls you out again in that crazy moment, and you're trying to save her, and then she just calls you out again. Like, I'm just like, it blew my mind for the character. I just couldn't believe that that's where you went with it. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. That was when I was concussed, so.
Yeah,
it was, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to remember, she had a
She really
genuine
was
concussion.
dying.
It just came out of my mouth.
Robbie, was that written to be though, like a mental issue with Sam? Like she's just like, was that a purpose?
Oh
like,
yeah,
choice?
yeah.
So that's why
Like,
she's
they were
like
both
crazy.
very, just very, very toxic to each other, like over,
the
yeah.
dad kind of called out. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're dying and that's what you think about.
That's what you're thinking about right now, right?
Yep.
I may have missed it. I had to take a call, which, anyway. Did we ever explain what Ron George's flashbacks in the early part of the film were about?
So she was deployed, and that was her buddy, and she watched him die. That was her hallucination, her PTSD that would kick in, and that was kind of one of her traumas is that she would just see shit that traumatized her throughout the movie.
I believe in the father-daughter conversation, right? He mentions they got
It's in the garage scene.
That's
They
the
kind of
reference
have
point.
a little bit of a reference point to it, but yeah, we don't touch on it too hardcore. But yeah.
That little girl in the beginning, we got like one good take out of her because she just like freaked out.
She panics. Poor thing.
That was really the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done.
That was a very uncomfortable scene.
Yeah. The most uncomfortable thing I've ever done.
Pat.
Yes, Pat.
Yo, hey Jay, I always love those long shots. Did you actually do that in one shot, and how many takes did you have to do?
The cut is, if anyone thinks that there's a cut in that, there was, but it's not where you think it is. So yes, like that was 99% one take.
It goes like a straight 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a 5-minute one.
I think that was probably what, maybe like an hour of setup.
From
and
the
then,
moment she puts that phone down to when she goes to the basement is all one shot.
Yeah, that's all the one shot.
I feel like we can share it, yeah.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
The
share it.
basement is where it got cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the little girl, obviously that's a super traumatic scene. What did you guys as directors tell her was going on so that she wasn't like...
She wasn't in the room when the other stuff was happening.
Okay.
Yeah, we kept her safe from all of the other crazy stuff. So obviously, I don't want to show a little girl getting beat in this movie. The whole reason why that scene was added in is because I needed reason enough to like have his dick ripped off from a tree and you be cheering for it. Like I needed you to hate him enough that made sense. That like the what I do to him isn't overboard.
But be honest, we were gonna shoot me actually hitting her in the head with that.
Well, we did. So the little girl,
Shoot that.
the little girl
We
is
were
actually
going
one
to,
of
though,
my
is what I'm
friend's
saying.
daughters. So she was kind of prepared going into it. We had a good rapport with her mom and everything like that. The little girl didn't see us beating the shit out of the other guys and whatever. And then when we have a shot that we didn't use where you see the top of the little girl's head when Josh goes to hit it, but it's my head, not the little girl. So like we literally just used her lines with Josh and then Josh putting the bandana over her and then we got her out of there. But the poor actor who was playing her dad, we spent so much time prepping the little girl that we didn't prep the dad. So when Josh put the blindfold over her, he screamed and freaked her out. So we were like, no! And it was not his fault, it was ours. We were so worried about her that we didn't warn him. But luckily we got all the shots before she panicked and everything, and we just did the rest with my head and pigtails. But yeah, she was fine. She's fine. She's 11 now.
To
Right?
preface it-
She's 11 now, and she's doing great. So
I did not just meet her that day either when we shot.
yeah, we've known her.
Didn't we almost kill a dog too? Like we had to dial it back. We didn't want people like me.
Oh, Channy.
Yeah, Robbie had it originally wrote in.
No.
Or something.
I know, mine was more sound effects.
Sound
Yeah.
effect, that's
Sound
what it was. And we said, nah, not a dog.
Yeah.
Channy the dog has since died, but he lives on forever.
That's right.
In this movie, in George's arms.
I just wanted to say that the scoring and the sound design was excellent, you guys did.
You liked it?
Thank you.
Yeah, well, awesome.
Well done, guys.
Right there, he won't come down.
Yeah. He sat behind me.
So
that's fun.
There.
Yeah.
Again, sure. This is for Robbie.
Mhm.
Was the script written with any actors in mind for the characters?
Yeah, they were all in mind.
Ooh, no, tell the truth. This is the fun part.
Oh, wait, no. So actually, no, I'm wrong. Thank you for correcting me.
This is a fun story.
Kinsley and I talked about the storyline, and she and I wanted to do something where we could play opposite each other. So that's kind of how the story originated. We really weren't sure which actors to use. We did have somebody else in mind for his character. When we approached this actor, he did not want to play any more villain roles. So we were kind of like, well, shit, if he's not going to do it, like, who can we get? And she's like, oh my God, I know somebody. Because our concern was having an actor who was going to be cool with having his dick ripped off on screen. Even though we don't see it, like, it's implied, and we were kind of worried there wasn't really going to be somebody that wanted to be portrayed that way. We approached him. He was down.
The funniest part was I was actually at a horror convention at the time. I get this message from Kinsley on Facebook out of nowhere. I hadn't talked to her in like 5 years probably. Literally, this is what it said. I open it up and it says, hey, haven't talked to you in a while, how are you? Do you mind getting your dick ripped off on camera?
Yes.
I literally said, yeah, it's great to talk to you, how are you? Yes, I'm cool with that. I came back from that and read the script and was like, why would I not want that? Who could turn that down? I mean, it's an awesome, like, as an actor, it's like, that role to me is just, I gotta thank you guys for offering that. Because it should have never happened, but it did happen.
And then with George, when it came to George, I've worked with George on several films prior to, so we have a really good working relationship with each other. He always plays nicer characters we've never really seen, or George has never really had the opportunity to play with a role like this. So when I approached him, you know, it was kind of like, I really feel you're going to be able to do this. This is going to be something that you can like really bite your teeth into, and he did. Like I don't know if everybody, I mean, I don't think everybody in this room has seen the work that George has done prior to this movie, but it's a complete 180, and we were blown away when we saw George's work when this was done. So George,
Right up there with the hat.
The scene where Josh is walking back and forth in the parking lot, is that scripted or impromptu?
Just Josh being Josh.
That was improv, I just did that.
Still do that.
I feel like it added some sort of tension. I don't know what kind.
It made editing really fun.
Yeah, James loved the choice. Yes, Bailey.
So I feel like we got a backstory of like you didn't have anybody, like you went through PTSD, Josh was being abused at home. I feel like we didn't get like a backstory of Scotty. Do you have like a idea of what like made him be so messed up?
You guys want to see a Scotty prequel?
Scotty prequel?
I didn't write that. That was just something I kind of kept him as a almost like an ominous villain. Like you really don't know what his backstory is. I'm sure as an actor he did his prep work to come up with these ideas. But yeah, for me as the writer, he was just kind of one of those characters I let kind of fly by.
Initially, this was a short.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a short that ended up being 45 minutes once we were done with the short. We didn't expect the torture and all of that to be so in-depth, and then we kind of had to scramble to make it into a feature, which is what, you know, took so long. And
Well, COVID
COVID,
helped, so.
yeah, COVID helped, and
We were
yeah.
supposed to premiere this in 2020, but we had to cancel, and since then we decided that there was a couple things in there that we wanted to clean up and make better, so since we had the time, why not?
Right.
So.
Thank you.
I'm George's dad. Can I ask something?
Yes.
It'll be a good question. Robbie, is it?
Yes.
You wrote it, right?
Yes.
During the making of it, do you change things or say, hey, maybe we'll take a different direction, or do you pretty much stick with everything you wrote?
So, kind of piggybacking off of what was said a second ago, it was originally a short film, and then when it turned out to be 40 minutes and we really couldn't find places to trim it down any without ruining it, I had to extend it out into a feature. And we kind of were figuring out, like, well, do we add on to it? Do we add a beginning to it? And what I did was the short film ended up being the middle of it, and then we added a beginning and an end. So I had most of that written before we started to continue the rest of it on. Like, once we got done with the short, I solidified the script before we continued on. But once we actually were rolling and filming, things didn't really change much, unless it was like a line or two that sounded weird once it was said out loud. Then it was like, oh, okay, we'll make something up that sounds more believable. But nothing storyline changed from that point on.
Wasn't it fun, guys?
It was great.
Do you all feel great about like the day? Just warm in your belly.
Thank you guys for the support.
Thank you so much, guys.
So guys, we're all gonna try to go over to Boss Dog Brewery.
That's not gonna go well.
We're gonna try. We don't know what happens on a Sunday night, but if anyone wants to meet us over there. But thank you guys so much for coming and supporting Serious.
All right.
Shake Zula, the Mike Ruler, the old schooler. You want a trip? I'll bring it to ya.
You like trying to react to something, and apparently he told me Ma talks off camera, like saying like "I Poppy" or something.
It is a video because Kinsey started dying. Yes, I was Poppy too. I hope Rob watches this. He probably forgot all about that. My dad in the movie. I'm yelling for my dad in the movie. We had to do it so many times that it started just to be like, okay, I'm just gonna start saying random shit. So I started saying Poppy and calling him Poppy. And then Rob, I was like, Rob, how do you say it in Romanian? So I started saying it in different languages. And Kinsley lost her shit for a good 10 minutes. She was like on the floor, fucking couldn't breathe. Like, so I kept saying it because she was reacting to it. So she was egging me on. And then Rob kept saying it, which was making it worse. And James just filmed the whole thing. It's great. You do have to watch it. It's pretty funny.
James,
I forgot
please,
about that.
James, please send me that.
James, get on it.
Meanwhile, make the money see. Meanwhile, get the honeys, G.
Could you imagine if it's gonna be like in Spanish titles? Puppy! No, él es para mi amor, puppy.
I don't have my inhaler. I can't breathe. It hurts too bad. It hurts.
Go ahead, do it.
Hey, puppy.
I'm waiting.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
No, puppy, no.
Yeah, so I'm trying to play it safe because I love the company.
No, puppy.
That was the best ever. That was so good. Why? Why'd you do
I don't know
that?
why I said that. I was like, Robbie, do it in Spanish.
Why'd you do
We told her to go, hey, puppy, instead of hey, dad.
And I work full time as a contractor.
Ow, ow, ow. I just told everybody I don't have my inhaler, and then she goes into fucking Coco mode over there, and I can't.
Hold on, we have Italian too. Go ahead. Padre. Padre! Papa. That sounds like Fievel. Robbie goes west. Fievel.
Oh my god.
An American Tail. Papa. What's another one?
Oh, it hurts. It hurts real bad, guys. It doesn't feel good.
Papu is another one. Papu.
Why?
Someone said something funny.
Papu, no. I can't look at her. I can't enter that room because if I see her fucking face say that shit, like I'm laughing just in her fucking voice. If I look at her fucking face saying this shit, I'm gonna lose
leaning
it.
forward, do it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna die right here. This is where I die. This is where I go. Oh god.
That was way fucking funnier than I thought it was going to be.
hot. It's too hot. I can't.
The subtitles are gonna be the best fucking thing.
Rob, no, don't. No, Rob, you stay in there.
Rob, how do you say dad or father in Romanian?
Tati.
Tati.
No.
Tati.
Right, we're doing the subtitles now.
Tati, no. No, no, say no, Tati.
Wait, how did this happen?
Because I told Robbie, I said, what if it was in Spanish? And she just goes, Papa! And then Robbie did it, and James was like, wait, what? And then you fell on the floor.
Because I heard her do it. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. What the fuck?
Because she yells, Dad!
I know, but that's the funniest thing. Oh.
She's still going.
She said,
I'm exhausted. She's got.
That was perfect. Perfect pronunciation.
The first one, the Papa.
What did you teach her?
I love you, Daddy. No.
No, don't say it again.
I love you, Daddy.
Oh, God.
I hate her so bad. Stop. Someone stop Robbie from talking. Papa! Robbie, shut the fuck up!
How do you say it in French?
Say, go home, check.
Go home, Jay!
That's I love you in Polish.
Oh yeah! Ja ci dam po dupie! Oh come on, so no, papi!
Stop her!
This is just 5 minutes of Kinsley corpsing over here.
You need this. Good laugh.
I needed that laugh so bad. Like I needed that laugh so bad. That's my girl right there.
You lucky.
She's still fucking going.
Yay.
No.
It needs to lose its effect. It needs to lose its effect. I need